Danganronpa.
This plays in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. Okay, that's true. She then fled to the bathroom. And the killer was after her. They got into the bathroom. Point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Sayaka, nope! Nope! Objection! Boys' bathrooms don't have locks. The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right? Yes, now that you mention it, it is true. Then why didn't your bathroom door open? Because it was stuck. Huh? What are you talking about? My bathroom doesn't fit the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that. Yep, as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door... Phew, that's not lucky at all. Or is it though? Because it's about to save my life, Monokuma. So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked, so they tore apart the doorknob to get in. Okay, but why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms. The killer could easily make that mistake thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime, the nameplates. One important detail, something the killer didn't know. For some reason, they were convinced the door was locked, which means the important detail the killer didn't know was the crime took place in my room. The killer must not have realized that it was my room. What? What? Are you saying the killer didn't know where he was? That's inconceivable. And yet he's absolutely right. Say what? God, Hifumi, I hope you won't turn out to be a murderer just so I can see you be squeezed into a gas chamber. Holy shit. Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through. So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were. Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident, but the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door open. Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right? The man's got a point. The man's got a point. We in there. There's no way that Makoto has any means, motive, or reason to do what was done. So, like, if anyone accuses him of being a killer at this point, they're a fucking idiot. That is a definite possibility. The only person who would push this narrative any further is the killer. So the killer would be someone who didn't know they'd switch rooms? Then, Makoto couldn't have done it. You lied to me, Toko. No, Toko, I was confused. Toko, you lied to us. You are no better than the Packenses. That's what I've been trying to tell you. Okay, now who did do it? I'm sorry, I give up. Quit without saving. But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it? Well then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules. Majority... Taka, are you on drugs? We have no idea. You've been trying to prove it was me this whole time. You haven't focused on any other fucking suspects. Taka's trying to get everyone gassed. Fuck's sake, Taka. Yeah, man, our necks are on the line here, man. For someone who really needs to do something for serious, bruh. Oh, man. Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem. Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question. Oh, you... No, Howie, mayonnaise is not an instrument. Oh, damn. But I'll have another one, though. You don't gotta sound so disappointed. It's fine, just ask your question. Horseradish is not an instrument either. Damn. But I have another one, though. Oh, yeah, okay, so, well, I was just wondering. How'd the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place? Yes. How did the killer get inside? Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right? I don't think so. That seems way too convenient. Then, maybe someone picked the lock? Negative, if you remember. Monokuma made it quite clear that all locks are unpickable. Fine, how about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in. That's the first intelligent thing he said, like, all trial. Hifumi is fucking baggage. No, that can't be it either. Oh, trying to argue against me. Sounds like someone doesn't know his Hifumi? Hifumi? I'm gonna fucking kill you, fam. Hello, why exactly can't that be it? Dude, you write porn for a living. You write porn for a living. The reason there's no way Sayaka invited her killing her in the room. Well, I already have the answer. Evidence of struggle, replica sword, switching rooms. I'm gonna say switching rooms. Take that! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's even the point of switching? Jeez. Knowing what she'd been through, I can't believe that she would have opened the door for anyone. What if her being scared was a lie? Huh? Nani? You mean Sayaka lied? The person whose entire job description is based around lying and making people think that she loves them could lie? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that? I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me, can you still deny the possibility? There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Sayaka. What? Check the nameplates and make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay? I found a notepad during my search and I shaded it in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared. Oh man, she just went full Edgeworth on us! She got to the scene first and grabbed a piece of evidence that we would not have found. She just fucking Edgeworthed us! Oh, Christ! Oh man, I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, you can leave an imprint, sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. Which only, by the way, only works if you're writing with a very pointy pencil, or if you are like really, if you press really, really hard when you write. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap, I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on. It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can still be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should mention, I found the notepad in the desk in Makoto's room. Huh? Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it. Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night. So Makoto, did you write this? No, I didn't, but... Of course you didn't, because this note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature. Then, that note. Sayaka wrote it? But why? Why would she write that? I was right. I was right. Sayaka was using Makoto's bedroom to frame him for a murder. She was going to invite she was inviting her killer into the room for a talk where she would jump them with the knife and stab them to death and leave them in Makoto's room, which would implicate Makoto. She was going to throw Makoto under the bus so she could graduate and kill everyone. Sayaka is a fucking shitbird. I'm glad she's dead. The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret. If you get an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist? Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any... Yeah, that does actually rule him out. He's a proud follower of 3D PD. But can we be sure anyone ever got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they were at all involved with what happened. Huh? What makes you say that? Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well, pay attention. Alright then, girl, what have you got? Make your argument! Dorm nameplates. What do we got here? Yeah, that's true. We switched rooms. But in the note, the place we were asked to come to specifically says my room. So I see, so if someone read that note, they would have gone to Sayaka's. Nope, that's not true. That's not true. The room that Makoto was in. Nope. 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 Breaker. The nameplate on mine and Sayaka's room got switched. They got switched? Nintendo Switch! That's right, the nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate of Makoto's room had Sayaka's. So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room. Then if someone did do what the note said, they would end up in Makoto's room, where Sayaka was. Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course, it wasn't you, right, Makoto? Right. Okay, then, who did it, guys? Who did it, guys? It was probably me, because I'm the killer. Oh boy, that's a quick mystery. There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. Sayaka. It has to be her. Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. The killer, it's been proven that the killer didn't know, because otherwise he would have known not to try and jimmy the lock, but instead he would have just, slammed at it because he can't be locked, because it's a boys' room. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was... Sayaka. You can also infer as much from her note. There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay? She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate, so you'd only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched. But why would she switch them in the first place? She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room. What? Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms? Why would anyone do that? Ugh. My nose really itches, I'm really sorry. Oh god. To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies. What happened then was probably... whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out, we know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit. But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot. Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle. Yes, I think you're right. Then we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right? Oh, I love a fight. That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight? Oh yeah, what's the deal with that sword? Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I have to defend myself. Seems pretty likely the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist. How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist? The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken and the fake sword was because... That's true, if the sword's not blunt, then it could just be used as a bashing weapon and could have broken her wrist. I was just assuming that they grabbed her wrist and gone kunk. Got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there, see? Is that gold? Is she made of gold the whole time? No, Chihiro. Pit-pat. It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because... I got it! Because she got hit with the sword right there on her wrist. I see, and so the truth draws ever closer. Alright, man, it's time to solve this mystery, Scoop. Oh, man. Oh, God, where's Scoop at, bro? What happened in my room? What led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Yes, tell me everything. You're getting used to these Yeah, actually, these are probably my favorite part. I don't like the hangman thing. I do not like the hangman thing. That's cancer. I don't like it. Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your Oh, shit. Just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute a proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. You can press the Q key to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Press and release the Q key to cycle through. Well, hopefully, like, I have enough time to just kind of cycle through them. Or you can use the mouse wheel. By the way, if you logic difficulty set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. For our purposes this time, logic difficulty will be set to mean. Well then, good luck and have fun. I don't even remember what I set it to. I don't even know what I set my thing to. Okay, sheath, set, knife set, and replica sword. Alright then. When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword. And when the first blow was dealt, a sword-based sneak attack. Nope. Ah, damn it. That's what broke Maizono's wrist, so she decided to fight back. She had a kitchen knife she had hidden away. I can't prove that wrong. And they killed her with it. That's exactly what happened. Okay, so I think sword used first and the knife came afterwards. Is that really order of events? This leads to some unexplainable details. Okay, so I think it might be the sneak attack with the sword sheath. Because there's cut marks on it. Nope. Nope, that's not it. Counter! That did it? Yes! Actually, no, I don't think the fight started with the sword. Why not, man? It seems like a pretty open and shut case to me, bruh. Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See, there's a gash in it, like someone cut through it with something sharp. Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the... Why do people choose until I'm like recording before they start doing loud shit? Holy fuck. Roommates, bruh. Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene. Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what that... Oh, Mondo, you poor idiot. I'm just gonna pat your little head. If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right? That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit. Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged? They got attacked with a kitchen knife. Maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there would be any time to actually unsheath the sword. So you're saying that the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife. Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first. I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere, and then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabs the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that away from... No! Taka! You idiots! Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it. No! Taka, that's not how that works. Why would they need to break her wrist and take the knife if they already had the knife? Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself. But how the hell can you think that? Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes that... Yeah, her hands. Her palms. I'm fucking slaying this shit, damn. You're talking about her palms, right? Palms of her hand are perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword. How can you know that just by looking at her palms? Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume it's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean. Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom. That makes sense, Toko. Yes, it does, Toko. Even though we're retarded, Toko. Yes, I know, Toko. Why would you have had time to wash her hands if she was being killed, Toko? I don't know. Have we killed the Bagginses yet? Shut up, Toko. I'm working on it, Toko. I'm sorry. I'm having fun with her just morphing into Gollum. Sorry, but I don't think so. What? Why do you say that? Is it because you think we're ugly? Water turns off after 10. Time of death is 1:30. That's not it at all. No way Sayaka washed the gold coating off because the water was off. She was afraid of water. Oh boy. According to Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death is around 1:30 AM. In other words, nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right? Monokuma just comes and is like, actually, I decided to leave it on. You know, I need to take a shower. Oh, Toko didn't know that. Actually, Toko hasn't taken a shower here yet. Toko believes that's how you get the nanomachines in Toko's body. Oh my, that's lewd. You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey. Nice one, Toko. Thank you, Toko. I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment. An insult. Obviously. How do we know Hifumi is just not into that? He likes being insulted, it's his kink. So anyway, if Sayaka never touches his sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used this sword. Which means that people would have to wait until 7 o'clock in order to wash the gold off. So that means the only people that would have had time to wash the gold off are people that showed up late. Which Leon falls into, and he's the only one with a shirt that matches those sleeves. But hold on, if that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was... The one who damaged the sheath would have had to have been the one without the sword. Sayaka! She had the kitchen knife? But we already said that the attack started with... The person who used with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense. Then the one who attacked first was... Sayaka! Do you now understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this. No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. Nani? She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation. Indeed, these are all the actions of a false warrior. A true warrior stabs you in the front. Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not? Sayaka wanted to... On me! See? I fucking called it, didn't I? I called it. She's a fucking traitorous bitch. That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away. So that's all why she switched the names? Well, doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Negi would just tell everyone they'd switch rooms. I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why, out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms. She knew he'd be played for a punk. She catfished him. She brought him in with her cinnamon roll exterior. But really, she's just an oatmeal raisin cookie underneath it all. I hate oatmeal raisin. Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. Oh, Toko hates pop music. A totally forgettable kid or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe? Wait, you're saying she had all this planned out? Holy shit! But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with a knife, then found herself under attack in return. That must be where her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife. The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder. Just hold on! So, Why didn't the person who she tried to kill just bail? Like, run out of the room and, like, try and, like, bang on someone's door, like, hey, I'm being murdered! Help! Because, hey, you guys have totally derailed the argument. You're getting super boring right now. Hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awesome to punish you all just because you ran out of time? Oh yeah, man, we gotta decide who we think did it, bro. Oh, man. Oh, this is good shit. I'm seeing bears and murders and shit, man. Oh, God, I hope I'm high. Like, this whole time, like, he's not high. He doesn't even have a cigarette in his mouth. He doesn't even have a joint. He just imagines one. Makoto, right now, you need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us. Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to find out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. The numbers! The numbers! Don't forget the numbers! It spells Leon! Dying message is gonna be what we do. It has to be dying message. But there just aren't any more clues. No, 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 no! Bollocks! Okay, I've got to wait for it to loop back around. Shine! Toko does not want to die! Now, hold on, that's right, there is still a clue that can lead us to who killed her, Sayaka left behind. Okay. I'm gonna just... Boom! Focus! Cross counter! I shot you! Go pew pew! There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message. Dining... Wait, what did you say? The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037, written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there. Well, before we go too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote this? There's no reason Sayaka wrote that message, and I can prove it. Her left index finger. Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message. I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write. Sure, I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it, but still. What the heck do those numbers mean? 11037? That's so obviously Leon! Leon is obviously the killer. It's his name written on the wall, his shirt in the incinerator. He's the only one that could throw a ball and hit the on switch on the incinerator and get his shirt into the incinerator's basket. He's the only one. He has means, motive, and opportunity. Sorry, not motive. Not motive because it was like a crime of passion because he was being murdered at the time, but he has the means. He has like the opportunity. He can hide the evidence. Even if he's not on trash duty, he can get to the trash. Hey, Chihiro, you're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all the numbers and shit. No, that's not... I mean, yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers. Of course, that's because they're not... Thank you, Kyoko! Holy shit. Can I play as her instead? Oh yeah, it looks like... Huh? What's that? No, it's just look at the numbers assuming they're not numbers. Those first two 11 look like less like two numbers and more like one letter. Oh, you're right, their connecting line is barely there, but I assumed it was 11, but looking at it now, you can clearly read it as an N. Whoa, you might have finally said something worth it! Mondo, don't you dare insult Best Girl! Hehehe, our little gray cells are finally getting excited now. But even if that really was an N, N037 doesn't make any more sense than before. Damn, it's no use, I just don't know! You know it, dude, you know it! Rotate the image 100... Like, she's gonna die. She's gonna die, eventually. Huh? Rotate it? I think maybe I see something. Oh my god, now I see she wrote down the killer's name! Ah, you just shot past the clue pong right onto who did it! So whose name did she write? She did not write Toko, did she? Did she, Toko? No, Toko did not kill them this time. Sayaka's dying message reveals the real killer's name. Select someone. I'm sorry, Leon, you're out, boy. Bam!